This video will be about social media marketing audit and the game publishing industry. Now, game publishers have been around since video games have been around, and their role initially was to just create video games. What it is now is to essentially make the games, market them, advertise them, release them, and be a support role after the game is released.
Football games have been around since the 1980s, but the EA Sports FIFA series was the first to have an official licensing from FIFA. This allowed the game to incorporate real soccer teams, players, and leagues, making the gaming experience more realistic and enjoyable. The brand image and positioning strategy for the game is always to be up to date with the latest football trends. For example, they will have the most popular or influential football player at the time as the cover of their game. The target audience is anyone that is a football fan, regardless of age, gender, or nationality. The game is available on PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Nintendo Switch, PC, and even mobile. This allows for a wide range of gamers to play on their preferred console. The social media zones that FIFA uses are Social Community Zone, with their Reddit forum where fans can interact with each other and talk about the game. Also, they use Social Publishing Zone, with their Twitter and Instagram being updated constantly with FIFA gaming tournaments, highlights, and even opportunities to win tickets to real football matches.
As we can see, these are FIFA's Week 13 and Week 16 graphs. If we look at both of them, there's not really much of a difference. FIFA has about 6.8 million followers on Twitter, 18.7 million followers on Instagram, and around 220,000 followers on Reddit. Although it might not seem like a lot, many people mostly just play the game, but the ones that are more deep into it and actually go to competitions, they stay on social medias and see if there's any more updates. Many things that they've been going down on is the service crashing down most of the time. It's usually lagging while gameplays are going on. We say they should fix these services, and maybe there'll be a positive view and more followers in their social media on FIFA.
Using a SWOT analysis, we can determine the strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities and threats for the use of social media of EA Sports FIFA. The strength that EA has using their social media outlets is the many followers they have. They are able to connect to many fans around the world and get their news and updates quickly. EA does an amazing job with their posting when there are upgrades to a certain player who is in sensational form and playing out of their mind. EA sends a huge cutout board of their very own FIFA card with their updated stats. EA then receives a picture of the actual player holding the FIFA card, in which they post on their social media outlet. This is a strength because it shows that real players are interested in the game. A weakness that EA has using social media is to focus on one or two outlets compared to the many others. Instagram and Twitter is the social media outlet that EA tends to put the most attention on and frequently post. Opportunities that EA can take advantage of is the opportunity to play against your favorite soccer player, where you can enter a contest on social media and have the chance to win. This has worked for other sports games, so why not FIFA? A threat that EA Sports FIFA might have is having its competitor PES promote the game by getting one of the best soccer players out there in the world, named Neymar Jr.
The Call of Duty series launched in 2003. The game currently has three primary developers, which are Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer Games. They each take turns releasing their version of Call of Duty every 3 years as a rotation system. The first major breakthrough was with Treyarch's Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which became the top-selling game worldwide in 2007. The brand's image and positioning strategy is to have each game have its own theme, to provide a sense of variation. The settings of the games range from World War II, the Cold War, futuristic worlds, and even outer space. The target audience is mainly for teenagers and young adults who enjoy shooter games. The game is mainly found on PC, Xbox One, and PS4 recently. This is a great way to create brand loyalty for a certain console. The social media zones that Call of Duty focuses on is Social Publishing Zone, since their Twitter is the most active with posts about their updates for the game, gameplay footages, and cinematic scenes for the series to grab the public's attention.
As we can see, these are the graphs for Call of Duty. There wasn't really much of a change on either Instagram nor Reddit, but we can see that there's some type of increase on Twitter. A reason for this is that people started to like and notice that the account was being more active and posting more, such as videos, advertisement, updates about the game. Sometimes they even advertise some gear that they'll sell at stores, or even some small things that people will like about the game. Reason they should keep doing this is probably get an increase in followers in either Instagram or Reddit as well. People just want to be updated on the game, especially the true gamers are really more into the game. So doing this and being more active is going to help out a lot for Call of Duty.
Using a SWOT analysis, we can determine the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for the use of social media of Treyarch Call of Duty. A strength that Treyarch has is being very active. They are posting on all their social media outlets constantly. It seems that Treyarch is posting something every 6 hours. A weakness that Treyarch has on its social media use is his organization. Everything seems to be all over the place. An opportunity that Treyarch can take on its social media use is to filter its posting, because it would prioritize the importance of what is on Call of Duty. There are lots of posts on social media outlets, which is great to see, but if Treyarch can keep the most appealing in front, it would be beneficial to Treyarch. A threat to Treyarch can be how Frostbite Battlefield use their website and post only the news to the game and the organization on how it is posted.
Fortnite was released in 2017 as a paid game that was a co-op third-person shooter survival game. But the game didn't get that popular until the release of Fortnite Battle Royale, which is a free-to-play game where up to 100 players will fight for the survival to be the last one standing. Their positioning strategy and brand image is to constantly provide the fanbase with new content such as limited time events, new items and maps, and many more. They also heavily emphasize that it is a free-to-play game on all their social medias. Since the target audience for this game is mainly teenagers and young adults, they try to incorporate features and trends that they would enjoy the most, some examples being the recent limited edition Avengers Endgame collaborations, where players can actually fight against Thanos and dress up as the Avengers characters. In addition, their theme on social media is to use bright, vibrant colors which would easily catch the people's attention.
As we can see in Fortnite's graphs, there is a minor decrease in followers between Twitter and Instagram between week 13 and week 16. During week 13, Fortnite was still the same. Many people enjoyed playing it. There was really not much to do. It had a great positive contact that the brand posted, just as like the collab they had with the Avengers Endgame. This thing was really big because the movie was trending and everybody really wanted to watch it. So when they found out they collabed with Fortnite, people were like, oh, why not just play the game and make it be like Endgame? So it's a really big thing and caused many followers to go check it out and get on top with Fortnite. But then Fortnite started releasing little hints about this new season and update that we're going to do to the game. And that's when week 16 came up. And this new season update was already made. Many people disliked it and didn't really feel like Fortnite was the same anymore. They felt like many players didn't want to play anymore because Fortnite pretty much updated the game by taking off some of the weapons many players enjoyed using, deleted some of the map areas that the game played, the skins, which is like the costumes the players wear, they really weren't the same as the other Fortnite updates. So they really thought that this update was a bust, and they really all disliked that about Fortnite, which pretty much caused them to lose some followers. So in order to do this, we recommend for Fortnite to go back to the way it was before, like the old gameplay, but with some new features. And by doing this, many people will come back and play and probably gain back the followers they lost, or maybe even gain even more.
Using a SWOT analysis, we can determine the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for Epic Games Fortnite. Use of social media. A strength of social media that Epic uses is that it is consistent. You get constant updates on what is in the item store and what changes the creators made to the game. A weakness in use of social media for Epic Games is that they post no gameplay. If one visits their Instagram or Twitter, there's no video of gameplay, so if a new fan wants to see how the game looks like, they are unable to do so. An opportunity in use of social media for Epic Games is that they post no fan videos. Posting a clip of a fan highlight will keep the constant traction towards the social media outlet to see if their clip was posted. Epic can do this once a day. A threat and use of social media for Fortnite is Apex on how they are promoting themselves on television. So on their social media outlets, they have a link to their trailer and game.
Reached a surmountable amount of success, and most of its success came from their social media presence. All three companies share the same social media tactics for the most part by using the same platforms. All three companies exercise all three social media zones. For EA Sports, the FIFA series has many social media zones, with their first one being social community. The company focuses on Reddit as their way to reach out to social media. Reddit contains forums where people tend to post about specific topics of interest and interact with each other. Their second zone would be social publishing, since they are constantly posting on their Instagram and Twitter accounts about tournaments, game highlights, and opportunities to win tickets to actual live games. Social entertainment zone is also included because there is a competitive match tournament and rankings which allow users to interact with other players and to track achievements and status. For Treyarch, the Call of Duty series was solely focused on social publishing zone because they are most active on Twitter. They post about what is included or changed in each update for the game, gameplay, footages, and cinematic scenes of the game. They also use Instagram but post less frequently and only post cinematic scenes. Social Community Zone is included as well, since they too use Reddit to post and communicate with others. Lastly, for Epic Games Fortnite, they use both Social Publishing Zone and Social Community Zone by using all three social media applications: Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit. Texts, graphics, audios, and videos are posted about new content and features regularly, and others also interact with each other through the Reddit forums. Each company tries using similar tactics by using the same social medias, and have all gotten lots of success by reaching millions of people that also use these medias. Within the 4 week monitoring period, the graph of EA Sports has shown that Instagram has the most success for them, reaching a total of 18.7 million users and their engagement. Treyarch Call of Duty is also using the same tactics by using Instagram and happened to be the platform with the most success, reaching roughly about 8 million users and their engagement. Lastly, Epic Games Fortnite uses all three platforms as well as EA Sports and Treyarch Call of Duty, with Instagram also being the most dominant platform and ranking the best platform for all three companies. Epic Games reached roughly 18 million audience and their engagement. EA Sports FIFA ranked highest with Instagram since it reached a higher amount of audience than the remaining companies. Epic Games Fortnite ranking second highest with Instagram also being the better platform. Finally, Treyarch Call of Duty ranking last of all the companies within the 4 week monitoring period. The relative effectiveness of their social media marketing strategies were highly beneficial, with using Instagram as their main platform. Even though both Reddit and Twitter still make a positive impact for their company, even though the numbers aren't as high as they are for Instagram.